ignore that.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, in post, sure. Hello, I'm Darth Spider Mario, and right here is...
You can call me Cazy.
Alright. Or, I'm never really going to remember that in the moment, so I'm just going to stick with Dono.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
And you can just call me Michael.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway...
If you care.
No, I don't really care. So, as you can plainly tell, we are playing Banjo-Kazooie.
Or if you can't tell and you haven't played this game, well then, where have you been?
What
Your entire
was
life.
your childhood like, you poor soul?
You monster. What did you play? Donkey Kong 64? What's wrong with you?
Hey,
No, I'm kidding.
it's not a bad game.
I'm not saying it's bad. I haven't played it yet, so I can't really say anything.
This game is better, but
It's pretty good.
yeah. Oh, and the sequel.
No, haven't played that yet. This is my second time playing through the game, and this is
Let's say third, just to be safe.
third. Okay, we'll go with third.
Yeah, we'll go. This will probably end up being third full playthrough at least.
Full?
Yes.
Oh boy.
I played it once.
Woo!
I played it once to completion. Maybe not 100% complete, but to completion.
You didn't 100% complete it?
I don't remember. Well, this is the rare. This is the rare replay Xbox version of Banjo-Kazooie. I originally played it on the N64,
Fair enough.
and this version is better because one, touched up graphics.
Yeah.
Two, they fixed a thing about the collectibles, the notes.
That was so nice.
This was.
I'm so glad
was
I played
very
this
nice.
version first.
I mean, I can understand why it was like that in the original, but
Yeah.
no, this is much better.
No, I do agree there.
So honestly, this is just the best way to play Banjo-Kazooie
So,
nowadays.
if you haven't played this game before, this game is a big collectathon. Think, more
Super
like
Mario 64,
Yeah, Super Mario 64.
but
Maybe
just
a little more,
a
little tad easier.
well, it depends.
Depends on how you are.
I guess maybe overall this is easier than Super Mario 64.
I would say this is a pretty good starting collectathon if you really want to try one out.
You know what? I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think this game has better camera controls than Super Mario 64.
I
mean, you know,
yeah,
that's not
don't-
hard. Anyway,
You're not wrong. So.
no, it's not hard. This is my full file on this game. Do you want
12 hours? I think it took like 18. for
Well,
mine. The puzzle challenges at the end, rough.
Okay, sure. So, do you want game 2 or game 3?
I always like game 3 because it's got the little Game Boy. Because, you know.
You know
hello?
what? That's what I was gonna say.
Why wouldn't you want that?
I don't know. Why wouldn't you?
Alright, so. Well, I don't know. I probably should be quiet for the story.
Shh, cutscene.
That's-
What, were you expecting me to voice this?
No.
No.
Not that.
No, I mean, in most other games I would voice over dialogues like this, but I mean, come on, this is the speech,
The speech is
that speech.
That's the best.
It's the
It
best.
actually makes the game.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I'm not gonna voice over any of this.
No.
Not in this game or in
Don't
the
worry
sequel.
about- Well, if anything, I'd say some of the levels we could do some of the voices because they're kind of funny.
Yeah,
But-
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, as you might expect from a platformer, the plot is not deep. Not at all.
Deep, but it works.
It does work.
It
It's just a anthropomorphized version of Snow White, really.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Without the, you know.
Well, I mean, it's an evil witch.
Yeah.
Kidnapping a. Oh, that line right there, by the way, keep that in mind for a second.
I-
It's an evil witch, goes to kidnap the fairest maiden and steal her beauty.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I didn't really
Yeah.
mix it with Snow
Instead
White.
of playing as the handsome prince, you're just playing as her brother, though. And the brother's
There's bottles.
yeah,
Well.
and the brother's roommate.
I guess.
I guess.
They kind of live together.
They live together. They absolutely live together. I don't know what exactly
I don't know
their
if it's like a kind of like a
relation is.
parasitic relationship or more of like a symbiotic relationship. Because honestly, the two just kind of are stuck together.
Hard to say.
I need my Banjo backstory.
Well, there is a little
I
bit.
need my lore.
You never played Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge, did you?
No.
No, that was the Game Boy Advance game.
You know that game, right?
Yeah, I have that
Oh,
game.
okay.
Maybe at some point I'd
need
like
my
to play it
lore.
because no one plays that game. No one remembers that game. It's not bad. It doesn't compare to the
Banjo
console
lore.
versions, but you know, I would not mind doing that at some point.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Anyway, so Gruntilda the Witch is kidnapping Tootie here, and that's Bottles the Mole, who's the neighbor for Banjo and Tootie. And yeah, once she gets kidnapped, Banjo is gonna go off and rescue her with the help of Kazooie, his bird friend, who is a Breagle, which I don't think that's a real species of bird.
I couldn't tell you.
I highly doubt.
What's funny is the picture of Banjo in the background. Like, it actually kind of looks like Click Clock Woods.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
one of the levels?
the last level
Yeah.
before the
It's like,
before
wait,
the
we've
end.
been there? What?
Hard to say.
Banjo, as always, is a Nintendo. Ha! Listen to me.
It
Rare.
was.
It was a trope, but as always, is asleep.
Yeah, you know.
You kind of wake up and.
I believe that trope is called Good Morning Chrono,
Oh boy.
because Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
That was a game.
Yeah.
I haven't finished that, but it's pretty fun.
I never played it.
Oh,
I know.
play
I
this
know.
game.
I grew up with a Nintendo 64, not
Hey,
not a Super Nintendo.
I grew up with PlayStation. I barely had any games for it. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
You'd think I'd have a lot.
No. Okay, so Bottles is here. He's gonna give us the tutorial, and I don't know. It's not a hard tutorial, and it's not something you would necessarily need if you've played a lot of games before. But it's been a while since I played this, and I feel like I would not mind a refresher on the
A little
controls.
rusty on the controls.
Maybe a little bit. It took me a little bit to remember like just what was the talent trot when we were doing a little test. Wait, how do I do this? Oh yeah,
How do you talent shot? Right. This is the most important move of the game.
it's pretty much the most important move in the game.
Yeah, basically. And also, if you're playing, you want to do a whole run, and you think you forgot something, do the tutorial and look around the first tutorial little zone. There is a collectible here that you should get before you go into the slash.
Absolutely, and we're gonna get that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll show you where to get that. But seriously, but I didn't, and my friend told me to make sure to accept the training.
Like that.
Because, yeah, I don't. It's a good thing I had, because he had told me make sure you 100% this game when you play this.
Yes.
Because, you know, I was like, there's no reason. I don't 100% games at all. I am so glad I did at the end, because it made the ending battle so much easier.
Oh yes. And all things considered, Banjo-Kazooie is not a hard game to 100%,
It's not.
which is why we're going to be doing that. It's A. No, it's
No,
X.
wait for it.
That's
There
right.
you go.
That's right. Oh, it's not like we just saw you 5 seconds ago.
Still, I mean,
Yeah, you know.
Bottles is the tutorial guy. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, so camera's on the right stick, which was the C buttons on the original N64 controller. Remember those?
That was fun.
Yeah.
That's why I played Ocarina of Time with the game controller. Makes it a lot easier.
Still have not beaten that game.
You just gotta play it. You gotta
At
play it.
some point,
If
yeah.
anything, we'll do it together. Or we'll make sure I'm there while watching you, because that's a pretty good game.
Anyway, so camera controls with the C stick. C stick. You mentioned GameCube controller. Right stick.
Listen.
Right stick.
It's a
This
good-
is an
it's
Xbox
a good
controller.
all right.
It is. I'm not disputing that.
Top
Just
10 controller. No.
that's not a
See,
contest.
there is one. There's a collectible. Right?
Yeah, you saw that in the background right there. There are hollow or empty or
Honeycomb
maybe
pieces.
yeah. I don't know if that has hollow or empty in front of it, like officially, or if it's just honeycomb pieces or extra honeycomb pieces. But point is, there are 6. What?
Oh, there you're stuck. Oh, that's new.
Oh, you
You
know
ever
what?
talk to him again?
No. It was we were talking over it, and I skipped over what he was asking us to do. Okay. Maybe you should pay attention.
Maybe you should. You're the one playing the game.
Okay, so I guess the first time he was just asking us to move around, maybe even press X to talk again. Then he asked us to jump. Now he's...
Yeah, sitting like this. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Kazooie's banter is great.
Kazooie is great. And great in both games.
Flat flip jump. Okay, so this is just backflip. Okay, so that was just basic movement and jumping controls. So now that we move...
Now I just gotta figure out this simple puzzle.
Okay. Okay. But no, seriously.
I mean...
No, I'm stupid.
You got this.
I can just...
Hey, oh. There we go.
Why was I thinking I had to flutter jump?
Extra honeycomb piece.
Okay,
Not
so maybe
empty.
it is just extra.
Yeah, click 6 of you and you get an increased energy bar, which honestly
An
is
extra unit of health.
a godsend in this game.
Oh, yes it is. Okay.
The enemies aren't hard, but
No,
if
they're
you
not.
forget about them when you're going through a level, you will die.
The basic enemies are not hard at all.
No.
And even though there are not that many boss fights in this game, what few there are, and especially the final one, you're gonna want that health.
Yeah, no, really. The hardest part for me was actually before the boss fight, which is, I won't spoil anything about the game, but oh boy.
I mean, Gruntilda is set up as the main villain, so it'd be weird. And like I said, this plot is not all complicated, so I wouldn't expect a big plot twist where she doesn't become the final boss.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I mean, that'd be cool. There's something new. Is there anything in there? I thought there was.
That
That little hole?
we'll double check. I don't remember if that was in this game or in the sequel. I also remember that there was definitely... Okay. Maybe it's in both. I don't remember. But in the sequel, they add a way to make you swim faster, and that's good.
Swimming
But
controls
that's
are
not
the
in this
best.
game.
You cannot jump off from there. I've tried. Trust me. Play
Just
this
thinking
enough.
that on the side, that looks like Minecraft grass texture.
Oh my gosh, it does.
Yeah.
It's still from Banjo-Kazooie. It's all coming together.
It's like it's
The circle
a
is complete.
3D Pioneer game.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh,
chicken legs. Yeah, Bottles and Kazooie. Yeah.
They have a-
friendly.
Friendly.
Family
Family
friendly.
friendly.
Family friendly.
It's a family friendly game. Yeah.
Okay.
This move, I didn't really use it a lot.
No,
It's not
you're
that
honestly
hard.
not going to be using it too much. It's situational. Oh, okay. So Kazooie just called Bottles jam jars there.
Yeah.
That's incorrect. Jam Jars is his brother, who you will see in the sequel.
So a little hint of the future.
Maybe.
His brother's name is Jeremy.
Maybe.
There you go.
I honestly don't know if they were planning that far ahead.
They might have noticed that. I think it would be actually pretty funny. They put that in there and they were like, "That's the perfect name." They're like, "We're out of ideas."
I also
There you
don't
go.
know if that honeycomb piece will just pop out of whichever one you kill last, or if it's always the one on the
I
right.
don't.
It's probably coded to.
There's one in a
be-
tree too.
There
though.
is.
You don't remember how to zoom the camera out?
No, I do.
You're doing everything.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if Bottles is gonna tell us that or not.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I hope you're not afraid of heights.
Well, of course, the bird one.
No,
Okay, it's just telling how to climb up trees.
no, because we're a bear.
Oh yeah.
We
yeah,
need to
yeah.
be told how to climb trees.
Oh, it's that one.
There
Okay.
we go. Yeah, I think there's a total of 6 here. So you
Yeah,
actually
there
can get
there is a
few
total
more.
of 6. You can get 1 extra free health unit and just backflip up to grab this.
So
Right off the
do
bat in this. This isn't even the first world.
No.
This is just the
This is a tutorial.
tutorial level
That's all
world.
this is. But they did this because, well,
Oh yeah, you know. Oh wait, we did this.
we've already done this. So
I can't. Can I skip?
I mean-
Okay.
if you really want to learn, then they give you that extra little bit of life because you went through the tutorial.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad
It's
reward.
a nice reward for it. There's also something up here too, as well, besides the heading piece.
Yep, and you can see it. I believe I can.
You can do it. There you go.
So that is an extra life.
Good for me. I love it. Just flexes his arms. Like,
Oh, yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
even fully move, just
Flex.
flex. Just flexes. It's great.
Okay, nothing else on here.
Mr. Flexing.
Oh, right. So the blue honeycomb pieces are your air meter.
Yeah.
That'll only pop up when you're underwater or in an area where you need to hold your breath. Which I'm not sure if there are too many of that in this game, though there are in Tui. We have not gone up here.
Probably into it, yeah. Oh, is this where you fight?
The different,
It's carrots and vegetables?
yeah.
The claw swipe. Oh boy.
Now, okay, we said the beak barge one you're not going to be using a lot. This one, you're not going to be using, like, ever, except for here.
I kind of used it at the beginning. 'Cause
Well,
I
well,
didn't
like,
the
it
whole-
requires you to stand still.
You don't have to stand.
No, he said stand still to do the claw swipe. Because if you're moving and you press X, you do a different move entirely.
Oh, well, I always thought it was still the claw swipe
No.
when you moved.
No, when you move, you do a front roll.
Oh, I just used the front roll.
Yeah, which you'll be using a lot more. I can't even do the front roll right now because
You haven't learned
I haven't,
it yet.
haven't learned it yet.
No.
But, oh, okay, I think he's actually about to, maybe?
I think this is the pack.
No, okay, no.
The carrots.
Okay, see, here's the roll
forward
attack.
roll.
See,
Oh, okay.
yeah, patience, Kazooie. Flying's not until the second world.
Flying.
Yeah.
It's falling with style. Get it right.
Okay, fine.
Oh,
Oh, right, you can fall in that.
I actually have never. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Huh. I didn't know you can fall in that. I don't know how Kazooie fits in the backpack like that, but he just does. Kazooie
She.
She. I'm sorry. Right.
Yeah, Banjo's a guy, Kazooie's a girl.
I always tend to forget.
I mean, to be fair, not super obvious.
I mean, do games come with manuals anymore?
No. I had the manual for this. It was either this or Tui, and I still have it. All right, and then you can do this
Ah.
in midair.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
There you go. There's that.
Ah, here we go. And that is the sixth one.
We get
An extra? Yeah, extra health. Okay, so that is all the different moves that you can learn from bottles in Spiral Mountain.
Now it's time to make our way up to Gruntilda's lair.
Yeah. Oh, and now those cauliflower and carrots and stuff will appear around the path, so they will actually attack you.
Gives you that little bit of combat if you want that.
If you wanted some extra
You want to
practice.
practice with, little enemies around all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh man.
This is why it's called Spiral Mountain.
Spiral.
Yeah, you know.
Though, I mean, I just find it funny how it just opens up to her mouth. Like that's supposed to be like her tongue or something.
What would you rather it be, her nose?
I mean, it makes more sense.
Nah.
It's all smiling and it's right like when Banjo moved into this mountain, to this valley or whatever. Did they not see the giant Gruntilda thing or like, oh, I wonder who lives there?
Yeah, it's best not to think about that.
I guess so. Oh, here we go. We're flat. She's got that Superman curl. It's really And yes, if you haven't caught on, she's a rhyming witch.
Yes. She rhymes all the time on a dime. Except, remember I said there was that one line?
Yeah.
Right when she left the mountain to go and hunt down Tootie, she said, well, we'll see about that. That is the only line in this game that she doesn't rhyme.
And here is where our adventure starts.
Yep.
Oh boy. Alright.
Hello?
Slow. Hold, is this the Krusty Krab? No.
No, this is Banjo.
This is,
Okay.
And she has pictures of herself all over the wall and whatnot. You know how it is.
I don't know if I can do this since he didn't tell me to do this yet, but okay, yes. If you press on the Xbox Y to go into, you can go into first person.
Yeah.
You can't move, but you can look around. Ah, that's important.
Yep.
That's the shiny. That means it's important. Okay.
You need to make your collectibles look good, and that's how you make them look good. Mr. Jiggy.
Go. I love that jingle.
It's a good jingle.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the Jiggies are our power stars, our shine sprites, our main collectible that we're going to be collecting in this 3D collectible.
Your source of power, as if you will.
Yes. This first world, Momo's Mountain, we can't get in yet. We need to use that Jiggy to complete a picture, which is right over here.
How convenient.
It's like it's the first one or something.
And this is really easy. You just press A and it fills it in for you. You don't have to solve the puzzle or rotate anything.
No, there is a minigame that will let you actually solve a puzzle, but you don't unlock that until
After
much
you beat
later.
the game.
I don't know if it's necessarily you have to beat the game first, but it's definitely something that you can go back for. You have to go back into Banjo's house to do it. Yeah, but anyway.
We'll show you guys that. That one's fun.
Yeah. And they actually do get challenging in the end.
Oh, they are. I had to get I 100% completed this game. Full gamer score. That was the last one I was missing.
Yep.
That is probably one of the hardest things I had to do in this game. Besides the thing before fighting Gruntilda. That was ridiculous for me.
And
Hide all those double chins.
you're not going to be seeing any achievement pop-ups because we're playing on my account and I've already unlocked all the achievements, so take our word for it.
You're not here to see achievements. You're just a game for it.
Yeah, I'm still going to show off all that I can.
So in almost every world, Bottles also has new moves to learn.
Yeah. Well, not almost every world, but for the first several.
He has new moves to learn. And this one harbors one of the best moves in the game.
Oh, yeah.
One of the most important moves in the game.
And there's a lot to see around here.
Oh, yes.
There's some enemies right there. They're going to go down super easy. Don't worry about that. There are these golden musical notes. Those are essentially going to be your coins. There's that purple thing. That is called a Jinjo.
That's pink.
It's purple.
That's pink.
It's purple.
That is pink.
Why did I pause?
I don't know.
Just trying to exit first person.
Either way, you can go about this any way you want. It's the first world, but we'll just go about it how we usually do.
Yeah. So, these are the Jinjos,
It's like violets.
which is a shade of purple.
I mean, yeah, still. 5 of them in each world. Make sure to collect all 5 because that will get you your Jiggy.
One of the Jiggies. There are 10. Oh, right. So these are the music notes. 1 of 100 on each world. You collect the music notes to open the path in Grunty's lair to reach other worlds.
You know, Donkey Kong 64.
Well, more like Super Mario 64.
That as well.
Also, you got want to grab one of these. These will become important in a little bit.
We'll show you that. And like the enemies take.
Wow, really?
It's what we get for. It's what happens.
No,
to the camera.
no, it's my roll stopped just short of hitting him. What was the
And
deal with that?
Like this, bears like honey, so honey is your energy.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Anyway, it's a lot. This is a lot like Super Mario 64. All the worlds are like separate, maybe magical locations, within the lair of the main bad guy.
Yep.
So, like in Super Mario 64, you jump through magic paintings. In Banjo-Kazooie, there's just they're just closed off inside the lair inside Grunty's lair.
Yep. And they're all just self-contained worlds. It's actually kind of cool.
I like the way 2E does it better, but that's for another time.
That'll be later.
Much later. This game isn't long, though.
No, it's not.
It's really not.
Pretty
And
short.
in fact, if you know what you're doing, this first world can be fully 100% completed within like 15 minutes.
If you want to watch a speedrun of this game, it's pretty ridiculous what they can get away with.
Yeah. So, like, despite my performance right here, because precision and underwater controls...
You're also just pressing the dash when you could just be pressing A. There you go.
Why was I not doing
You
that?
got it.
Why was I not doing
And trust me, I tried to do the same thing. And I was like, I could just do this. It's so much easier.
that? Right. Okay, so, one thing while we're going through this. The thing about the original Nintendo 64 version... Oh, by the way, those are beehives. You destroy one of those and 3 honeycombs will come out. We kind of interrupted him introducing himself, but oh well.
That's fine. We can save him for later.
Yeah.
We might
No,
just
well,
avoid him entirely.
well, like,
Nah.
now we're never gonna see what he was talking about. But giant ants, take care of those. They have a giant ant tower right
Let's see
here.
right now with the camera, but yeah, the little hole. You'll have to go over that.
Anyway, as I was saying, in the original Nintendo 64 version, the way the notes worked was that it was essentially more of like your high score. In fact, Bottles even calls it your highest note score level.
Oh.
When you die in a world, your note counter resets to 0.
Oh.
And you have to recollect all the notes that you had already collected.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a version that's not as,
In the Xbox versions, you don't lose the notes when you die. So it's no longer a high score type of thing.
Very
Because and that's really good because you need notes to open the way to new worlds in the game. And you have no idea how frustrating it is to collect 95 of 100 notes and then die.
Though this game is very lenient on the note count. Honestly, you don't have to collect all the notes in every world, but I would suggest doing it.
Yeah, I think it's... Honestly, you might as well collect them all 100 in all the worlds, though, because the max reward, the most amount of notes you need to get the final reward is 880 something.
It's a ridiculous amount, but honestly, just take our word for it. Collect all of the notes. The reward at the end is completely worth it.
Yeah, and if you need almost 880 of 900 of the notes, you might as well get that last 20.
Now,
okay, so I completely, while we're talking over that, I completely skipped over what Bottles just told us.
it's like, I know there's a move. There's 3 moves in this world.
Okay, this is the
There
beak.
you go.
This is the beak buster. So, press A to do the jump, and then while you're in midair, press the trigger buttons. And Kazooie will slam face first into the ground. And for whatever reason, that doesn't cost you any health.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Eggs. Eggs. Those will come in handy in a moment. But we need to learn another requisite move from Bottles first. Hey.
There's always that one hiding. Like, I love when I like when people do that. I think it's actually pretty funny. When programmers and just level designers do that, it's great. As long as not all of them have one. There you go, and you get an extra life too. So,
Yeah.
the first level's pretty easy.
So there are 10 Jiggies in each world. And the more Jiggies you collect, the more you'll be able to complete puzzles to actually unlock the worlds.
Yeah.
Like the notes will unlock the ways to the worlds. The Jiggies will actually unlock the world.
Yeah.
And technically you can leave the world at any time, go back to the start area, or just press pause.
Press pause, and then you can just.
Well, you can exit the game, but you can't exit the level.
I think go back to the.
I
path.
think in 2 you can just choose to select the exit the level.
There's one up there too.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty obvious if you're looking around and have the camera out a bit.
Yeah.
But what you don't know is behind the skull. little secret here. There's nothing.
We lied! Although there was a token under the stairs here.
Yeah, there's a token on the system.
Anyway,
Make sure to collect as many tokens as you can.
Yes, and we were about to show you why.
This guy is gonna be your best friend.
Oh yeah.
You need 5 of his tokens.
This is Mumbo Jumbo, the best shaman in all the game.
Mm-hmm. And yes, he knows it's a game.
Oh, this game in general, it's ramped up even more in 2E. But this game, It knows. It's a video game. It knows.
Oh,
I love it. So, Mumbo will perform certain magic for you once you collect enough of his Mumbo tokens, the gray skulls thing. We only have 2. We need 5. But if you look up there,
you also get some extra eggs, which we will need just in case.
so I'm just gonna. There's always some nice little collectible that he has in his hut in each of the different worlds, and yes, Mumbo is in all the worlds.
All the worlds?
All
I
the
thought he
worlds.
wasn't in one.
No, he's in all of them. And he's a different thing. Oh, and then there's this guy. We're gonna have to come back.
Juju. You can do it right now.
Well, no, because I don't have the move. I don't think.
You don't need that move.
No, we
You
do.
just need the back flip.
No, he's too high.
No, you gotta shoot them first.
Yeah, with what?
With the eggs you collected, silly.
We don't have that move unlocked yet.
Oh, no, you're right.
That's what I was
Forgot
talking
that was
about.
a move. I thought you had to learn that.
Well, yeah.
Well, there you go. Don't do that yet.
No, don't do that yet.
Learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
And now we're about to learn one of the most important moves of the game.
After I grab this shiny.
And the one hidden thing that just whistled at us. Now,
I think that's the Jinjos whistle. They always whistle. If you hear a whistle with an earshot, there's a Jinjo nearby.
Yes.
I think he's on top of this thing, which we cannot get on top without this move. Yeah, he's right
but
there.
there is a second, not a second, there's something else in between.
The
those.
Talon Trot. Go ahead.
Huh?
Say why you like this move so much.
It is so nice. You get to move so fast, and it's just great. Okay, why would you normally walk how Banjo is so slow when you can just Talon Trot everywhere? It is. It makes the game a little more bearable. Let's just say that.
A little bit.
A little more bearable. Ha.
Heh.
Yeah, I know.
Burst!
Had to put that in there.
So, as you might notice, even at full running speed, Banjo's not
The
that
fastest.
fast. He's really not that fast. But press one of the triggers, then press the other trigger, and Kazooie will pop out of the backpack, which should render the backpack all but useless now. But now she walks much faster than
Almost
Banjo,
double the speed of Banjo.
and carries Banjo piggyback
Somehow.
Yeah, she's a strong bird.
Very strong female character.
Yeah, you know.
But then
You
also
can jump
get up
while on
slopes.
it, and you can walk up steep slopes. Not super
actually
steep,
kind
but
of
steep
important.
slopes. You would not have been able to get up that by yourself.
The
That's the
first
fourth
note
ginger.
is around 50 notes. You don't need all the notes, like you said, to get through the entire game, but we suggest collecting all.
Oh yeah. Camera. Okay.
Camera's kind of. You can really. It's funny. I do the same thing when I play. I just jump down. I know I can just.
It's kind of faster. You
It
know?
is a little bit faster, but I mean you can't make all those, so it's like. I think, oh. Almost.
and I believe this is our 5th Jinjo.
Yep. So now we get a free Jiggy fill. So make sure you collect all 5 Jinjos in each world.
Yep. Down here. I think there was one more platform that I missed. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. And there's a thing over there. We're gonna ignore that for a bit.
For now.
For now. There was.
There's something on the side of the road too.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah, we're actually gonna go back this way because now that we have the Talon Trot, we can get the thing we missed.
You need to up the stuff.
Yeah. All these notes
All
up
these
here.
notes. Need all those notes.
Yeah. Okay. Back up. Grab these. What else am I missing? There's those.
Alright,
That in a
there's
second.
There's
There's another
up
Jiggy
here,
right
too.
there.
I think that's the one I forgot when I played it. Not my first time, but like I
Really?
tried to beat it as fast as I could the first level, and I was like, I'm missing one.
Okay. And that is 5 of the 10 Jiggies just in the first world alone. And it has been how long?
Give it a second.
12 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
Ha.
Well, we're not beating the world record anytime
Well,
soon.
no, we're not. But the point is, you can easily get the first world done really fast if you know what you're doing.
You know exactly what you're doing. Yes.
Yeah, you played through the game a couple of times, like I have. But anyway, there's one in there, but we can't do that yet.
You can go up a little ways with the Talon Trot, because they'll let you go on a little bit of a steep cliff. But you can't go up all the way.
Well, I suppose. So maybe we can go in there just to grab.
But then there's also this annoying, stupid little ants.
There are two downsides to the Talon Trot. One, you cannot attack anyone while you're like this, so you can't roll. And two, if you're one of those people that lets it bug you, the sound of Kazooie, it may get grating on you after a while.
Sounded like a chicken for a while, you know.
Well, she's a bird. That's not a surprise.
It's not a surprise. I was just saying.
Okay, so you can't climb up that one.
But you do need that token.
You do need that token, so it's good that you're able to reach that token at least. Yeah,
That happens.
it happens.
Okay, now we gotta deal with this guy. Actually, I think there's one more in between the water, like up the little hill over there. Might as well grab that now when I think about it. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
That little hole.
Oh, right. There's one there.
I think that's what.
Yeah.
There's one I tend to forget. And I think it's that one.
Can I?
Oh, there's a honeycomb.
Oh, okay. There are still more honeycomb pieces. You're not capped at just 6. There's I
one
think
per world.
no, there are 2 per world.
2 per world. Okay.
Spiral Mountain was different because it gave you a full set. You still need 6 to get a full new piece, but there are only 2 new honeycomb pieces per world for now. From now on. I don't know if that. I don't remember if Grunty's Lair is one of those that we.
I think there might be a hidden one, but I don't remember entirely.
I don't remember either.
Grunty's Lair is there's a lot of collectibles just around Grunty's Lair.
Oh yeah.
So don't worry if you miss one, but look around at least. This is collectible. Be explorative. Because honestly, the reward for 100% is definitely worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
There you
So
go.
there's another one.
And then there's also a bunch of other little characters you can find in her lair that help you out even more.
Yeah.
Especially for, like I keep saying, that final part right before you fight her. There's a character who we'll probably be meeting soon once we're done with this world.
Yeah.
And I chose to ignore most of her things when I really shouldn't.
No, you really shouldn't. By the way, if it looks like I'm switching with the camera around a lot, I'm not. The way that I treat like camera stuff is weird in most games. Sometimes
Oh, look, it's CityCon.
it's. Sometimes I tilt the camera left, thinking that it'll make it go right. Sometimes I tilt it right, thinking to go left. Inverted camera controls. Sometimes I like to go with that, but
I really don't like inverted camera controls.
yeah. Anyway, there's this guy, Chimpy. We need to get him oranges. Oranges are up there, I think. I can't quite remember. But anyway, we completely ignored this guy. This guy is Conga. He is essentially the first boss of the first world. What you need to do is get him to throw his
Oranges.
things at these blocks on the floor, on the ground,
Oranges.
I guess.
That. Take the hit.
Once all 3 of them are gone, this Jiggy will drop.
That's 6. Alright, so we gotta get up there. And we gotta feed him.
Nope. See, if this were the sequel, you would have the ability to grab onto a ledge, which, for whatever reason, is not in this game.
I thought you could from the.
No.
I'm not remembering right. I know there's a way up there. Alright, you gotta do this.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
You
so
gotta feed him. It's so simple. Oranges are so nice. Yes, the orange talks.
everything talks. Everything has googly eyes.
Big googly eyes.
Yeah. And just like that, that's another Jiggy.
Yeah. Honestly, the way to get most Jiggies in the world is just, if there's someone there, usually talk to them. They have a problem, so go solve it.
You know. Anyway, and then this is our last molehill for this world. which is our last move for this world.
And he will tell you found the last molehill. So don't worry about if you missed one. He will always tell you that there's one or so more left.
Yeah, and in the total screen, I believe it'll tell you how many of the moves you've learned.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, in a little bit of dark humor, you get to weaponize eggs.
But
And
it's
then-
fun.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how she feels about regurgitating eggs, but
She just said, sounds painful.
oh yeah.
So you can carry 100 eggs. And use the left stick to aim while you are crouching. Exciting.
Modern warbear.
And he tops off your... Oh, no. He
doesn't top you off.
He doesn't top you off. He gives you 50. That's right.
He gives you a decent amount.
And he also tops off your health.
Yeah.
Whoa! There's nothing more I can teach you in this world. But he's got to save
Bottles,
more for the rest.
We love you. Just remember that.
Oh, and then these. These are
Oh,
important.
Yes. Oh,
So,
boy.
this is what is called a witch switch. Try and say that 5 times fast.
Did not sound
What
like
you
a-
do is you beak bust this.
Whoop, there you go. And that's
And then that will open up a Jiggy. Not in Mumbo's Mountain itself. That will open up a Jiggy in Gruntilda's lair. Grunty's lair has Jiggies to collect itself. Yeah. So, there are 9 worlds. There are 9 main worlds. Each of them has 10 Jiggies. But Grunty's lair also has 10 Jiggies. Oh, that's the wrong button.
you want to make sure to find all those jiggies and all the switches.
Yeah, so that leads to a total of 100 Jiggies. 20 less than Super Mario 64, but, I mean, that doesn't make much.
No,
Anyway,
this is more
so...
tailored towards kids anyway. So.
Yeah, yeah. So, now, now, we're going to weaponize eggs. And it's just as weird as you might think.
Assault mode, go!
Boy.
You have to be careful. He will fire
Yeah,
oranges at
he
you.
will fire back, but
He weaponizes oranges.
you can fire up to 3 at a time.
You only need one to hurt him.
Pretty much.
Oh, there's. Oh, he's got that mean right hook. There you go.
And he just takes 3 hits before he is permanently defeated.
And you get his other gold. Thing is, it's funny. You hurt him here, but if you come back later, he'll just start throwing oranges at you again. Like he doesn't remember it. See, there he goes.
You know,
He doesn't learn his lesson.
because he's got to be a level set piece and stuff.
Now, do we have all 5 of the pieces to?
I don't think we do. I think... Well, actually, wait. We might.
Let me check our totals.
Just a second.
Yep. we
Yeah,
have
okay.
5.
So, let's go back to Mumbo.
This should be our last 2 jiggies that we need for this one.
Yeah, and they should both be in... by the way, these enemies, these termite thingies, are called tickers. Oh, right, that's the other... No, this is the other
Oh,
one.
that's the other one. Right,
Okay,
right, right.
so... this thing said feed him blue stones. Closest thing we got to blue stones is blue eggs. Wrong button.
We're gonna dash into his mouth.
No, we're gonna shoot one into his mouth.
And it does get faster. Hope you guys like rhythm games.
It's not everything.
I know, I'm just playing it.
But also, so you can have Kazooie shoot an egg out of her mouth, but you can also have her poop one out with the other button.
There's the other honeycomb. If
Yeah.
you want that, but usually you prefer to shoot them out.
Yeah, it's
a little
faster. Although sometimes sometimes you need an egg to go into the ground for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So
Or
that's
for other
when
things.
yeah.
So make sure you remember you have both. What happened to the honeycomb piece? There's a honeycomb piece in one of the mouths. Are you not supposed to take them out?
You know what? You're
there
right.
it is. Yeah, it's not.
We'll
supposed
come
to
back
take
to
them
that.
out.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah, they'll respawn when we come out of his hut.
Will they, or will it respawn when we enter and exit the world?
We'll see. But we can always come back for it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Anyway, we'll do this right now.
Here we go.
So once you have enough Mumbo tokens, you stand on the skull, press X.
And this is mighty mumble magic.
Oogabah!
We turn into
A ticker.
And yes, if you don't like the transformation, you can come back.
And it doesn't cost you anything else.
Nope. Once you've met the requirement for the 5, you can do it.
Once you've paid for it the first time, it doesn't cost anything to change back, and it will not cost anything to do this again.
Yep.
So now we are the termite.
We look like a termite. Go into the hill.
Yeah, into Ticker's tower.
Ticker's
tower. So Mumbo does this in every world. He transforms you into a different thing. Sometimes it's an animal, sometimes it's not. All these transformations have different abilities. This termite here is weak, cannot attack at all. However, it can cling to walls and surfaces that you otherwise wouldn't be able to do. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Cut that.
Oh yeah, we'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
No, I had a hard time doing this one too, only because the camera changed and
a little bit, yeah. Sometimes when the camera changes.
And in this hand it says, well, termite says, where'd you get those shorts?
I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
Really?
Anyway, that's all 100 musical notes. So good job there.
Why he's infatuated with their shorts when honestly all you have on is like a little belt and a little piece of pant.
That's also
you can barely even see it.
That's also a trope. Morphic resonance. You know. Oh, and since you look like a termite, none of these termites.
They won't attack you.
They won't attack you directly, but if you run into them, you will take damage.
Yeah, so be careful when climbing the tower. And then we're at the top.
Yeah. Now that we're at the top.
And
Careful. Careful.
Oh, we got careful.
Careful. Okay. Have that extra life. You can only have 9 lives in this game.
Huh.
And that is the 10th and final Jiggy of Mumbo's Mountain.
And then you get this little music when you collect all 10.
Yeah, and if we weren't the termite, there would also be an extra little animation, but it doesn't play when you're in a
form.
When you're in a transformation or if you're underwater. This is the highest point of the tallest tower.
But there is no princess, so don't worry about that.
No.
And no dragon.
So the only thing that we did not get was the extra honeycomb piece, but I think the tower will respawn if we enter and exit the world. So we should probably do that.
If anything, we can do that, or we can just wait till next time.
Okay,
and
so
do it in between.
Yeah. So jump off.
Go for it.
Geronimo!
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you took damage.
No.
Ooh.
I actually don't think you can take fall damage when you're a termite.
Really?
So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and just.
Hey, Mumbo, wake up.
Oh right.
You gotta press it.
Sorry.
I can't tell you how many times I've done that to like change you back. Right.
Right.
Any money in it?
Well, that was schmaltzy. Would you say writes my comic book again? Some 40-year-old dude who lives with his mom. Any money in it? Lives with his mom. Right! Okay. So, we're going to exit this and come back in real quick just to get that honeycomb piece.
Well, we might as well get the,
That too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
No,
right.
you have to
No,
be
that's
you have
right.
to be
Okay,
a termite.
yeah. We'll do that too.
Yeah.
See, so we had to come back in anyway.
It's fine. Why are you not talent trotting? Like you said, most important move of the game.
Yeah, you know.
Talent trotting is the fastest way to get around the world.
Okay, so it does respawn.
It has to leave you vulnerable, but man, you can get around a lot faster.
Okay,
This one.
okay.
Yeah.
Let me check.
No, you have
No,
to,
it has to be one
just,
more.
There you go.
Okay. Now.
Spin the wind, and we're good. All right.
Okay. We don't need to worry about the last one. But, so that Jiggy that spawned when we hit the witch switch. In order to get it, we have to climb up that hill right where the Mumbo's Mountain World entrance is. However, that's too steep to climb with the Talon truck.
You think
so,
you could, but...
you kind of would think you would. Because nothing would normally tell you that when you're a transformation, when you're in one of Mumbo's transformations, you can actually leave the world,
The world, yeah.
but only briefly, and you cannot go far.
You wouldn't think it would be a feature in the game. You think you'd only be able to do it while in the world, but no. Some of these you need to get said items outside of the world.
Yeah. So leave Mumbo's mountain as a termite, then quickly climb up this hill. You have to jump.
There you go. You have
That
two
is
of
the
Jiggies.
second Jiggy of Gruntilda's lair.
All right.
Now, you could go back into the world to change back, or walk a few feet.
You get this prompts.
Mumbo magic get weak, and it will turn back or magic go. It's warning you, you go much farther, then you're gonna transform back into Banjo-Kazooie, which we're gonna do anyway. I don't know why his magic has this limitation, but you know, it's just gameplay purposes.
I mean, you're magically transported to a world. This magic can only go so far.
Yeah, but it's magic. Why is
All right.
So, on this way is where the first magic note door is. As you can see by the number, you would need 50 musical notes to get through it. We have 100.
Hey.
And also not full health, which we can
So, you
remedy.
can replenish right here.
Raw air.
That's nice.
And then Bottles will tell you about it. This is a note door, sealed by Grunty with one of her powerful musical spells,
She's a
as opposed to
musical witch.
magical. She's not, though.
No, sadly.
No, she's not musical. The most musical thing about her is that she can rhyme.
Yeah.
And the Grunty's Lair song is the best. But yeah,
Pretty good. Pretty good song.
the number on the door is the strength of the spell. You just gotta collect enough musical notes to meet the number on the door so you can break it and progress through.
Yep.
Since we have all that, we just simply walk up to it,
And there
it
you
dissipates.
You get a little pop. A little dance, little bow.
That's the same animation that plays when you collect all 10 Jiggies in the world. And with that, I think we're good. Call it a break?
I think we're good for this first part.
Yeah. Next time we'll move on to the next world.
Next time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
Thanks for watching. Bye. But before we do that, there is one thing. The thing about Banjo-Kazooie is you pause the game and you can exit at whatever time. Thing is, it has an interesting game over sequence.
oh, it does.
It plays no matter it plays when you die and run out of lives, but also whenever you just exit the game.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it's implying that the canon run is you never take a break.
Yeah.
The canon run is you do this all in one go.
The game wants you to play it continuously.
Yeah, because if you lose all your lives, or if you just decide you want to stop playing for a while,
Are you sure? First off, and make sure.
this is the scene that awaits you.
And it works.
Her machine works. She even has a different voice.
Yeah. A much more beautiful voice.
Uh-huh. And then Mumbo comes in.
And tries to propose.
Meanwhile, Tootie.
It's very angry. Get this game over screen.
Yeah.
So, that's
I know a couple of people who were terrified of this
and I would be too.
when they were kids, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, point is, don't game over.
Yeah.
And don't ever quit the game.
Never. Ever. You have to play this game all the way through, or else you're an evil person.
Yeah. But now for real, we're gonna go ahead and
Go ahead and sign off, guys.
for real this time. And next time we'll be moving on to the second world and continuing on through Grunty's lair. For real this time. Bye-bye.
Bye.